He starts talking about false prophets, and then eventually he leads up to, I never knew you, workers of lawlessness. So let's read this in context, because who is he talking to? He's talking to false prophets. And look what he says here, verse 15. Beware of false prophets who come out to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. So we have to see something here. Jesus tells the people, I never knew you, workers of lawlessness. What does it mean to be a worker of lawlessness? It means to be a person who lives and practices in sin, okay? And then one thing we can see here about these false prophets, he says they look like sheep, but inwardly, see, Jesus is letting the people know, I'm looking at your inward life. I'm looking at how you really are, not just how you act in front of people. I'm looking at how you really are, who you really try to be. Are you really trusting me? Are you really living for me? And he says something about false prophets. On the outside, they look like sheep. They look like the best Christians in the world, but inwardly, they're ravenous wolves. So he's looking at the way they are inwardly. Let's continue to read. He says, you will recognize them by their fruit, what they produce, not just what they say, but what they produce. You will recognize them by their fruits. And then he says, are grapes gathered from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. Again, Jesus is focusing on what they're producing. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit, and what is this good fruit? The fruit of trusting in Jesus Christ does not bear good fruit. This doesn't mean that you never have flaws, never have errors. No, in that case, none of us will go to heaven because we trust in him. Those are the works of God, to believe in Jesus Christ. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will recognize them. Again, Jesus is saying, thus you will recognize them by their fruits. So this has been to the most frightening verse in scripture. That's also one of the most misunderstood. Matthew chapter 7, 21 through 23. Now here it is. Let's read it. Right after he talks about the false prophets, they look, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord. Again, he's saying it's not what they said. They trusted in the Son of Man. Have they trusted in Jesus Christ? Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of the Father who is in heaven. Again,